Sergey Kovalev says that he's ready to face Adonis Stevenson right now. In an interview with BoxingScene.com, which I'll leave a link to in the description below for you to go read for yourselves, Sergey Kovalev says, I'm not going to chase Adonis Stevenson, and I'm not quoting word for word here, I'm just giving you a summary of what he said. He said he's not going to chase Stevenson. He said that if Stevenson is a real man, he'll fight him. But he understands that it's a risk-reward situation with Stevenson, that he probably don't really want to fight right now. He wants more money. He wants to take on some easier guys. And by the time he gets around to fighting me, aka Kovalev, I'm, quoting him kind of. By the time he gets around to fighting me, he wants a hell of a lot of money for that fight. So Kovalev's ready right now. Stevenson seems to be avoiding Kovalev. Unless he's getting paid a shitload of money, he's not interested in that fight right now because obviously he understands the risk. He was happy to go in there with Tavoris Cloud. He was happy to go in there with Tony Bellew. Obviously that was a mandatory, but still, he's been happy to fight the fights that he's fought this year. But when it comes to Sergey Kovalev, not so happy. He wants a lot of money. He understands that's a serious risk. And it's interesting seeing the differing opinions on this fight in terms of who they think would win. A lot of people right now, it's pretty much split down the line, I would say, 50-50. Maybe slightly in favor of Stevenson. Maybe slightly in favor of Stevenson. But how do you feel? Drop your comments below. Let's do a poll. Who thinks that Kovalev would win a fight? Who thinks that Stevenson would win the fight? I hope this fight happens. I hope that one of them don't get beat before it happens, because that is a distinct possibility in boxing. These kind of matchups, whenever they're left for too long, someone ends up losing, someone ends up getting beaten up, and they don't meet until years and years and years down the line when they're both past their sell-by date. That happens way too often in boxing. So right now, Adonis Stevenson is denying the boxing fans of the fight they really want to see. That's the truth of it. And I'm impressed by what Stevenson can do in the ring. He is a bit one-dimensional, don't get it twisted, but I've always been a person who loves big punches. If a guy can really punch, I love watching them. Especially a guy like Stevenson who has serious velocity on his punches. That left hand comes in so fast, it's a serious punch. I enjoy watching that shot land when Stevenson fights. So, but like I say, Kovalev, in a sense, he don't really have as much to lose as Stevenson. He wants to fight right now, but Kovalev don't really have a home in terms of his boxing fan base or anything like that. Stevenson's got a home up there in Canada fighting in Montreal. He brings in good crowds up there. Whereas Kovalev is just traveling from place to place and he don't really have a significant fan base. That's the thing. So for him, he wants a fight like the Stevenson fight more because it's going to generate more money. It's going to be a fight on a big stage. If he can't fight Stevenson, he's going to be fighting on undercard probably, in his next fight. So he definitely wants the Stevenson fight, and he obviously thinks he can win that fight. Obviously, or else he wouldn't be talking about it. He'd be happy to go his own way. Even if he has to fight on undercards, he'd rather stay champion or belt holder for a little while longer. But he obviously thinks he can win the fight. He understands how big the fight would be, so he wants it right now. So anyway, have a read of the article for yourselves. Let me know how you feel about the whole situation. Do you think Stevenson will ever fight Kovalev? Do you think he's going to be running for his entire career? Do you think one of these guys is going to lose before the fight happens? As I mentioned in a previous video, Stevenson's own management have said that this fight is inevitable. His own management, his own team is saying the fight's inevitable. But Stevenson himself is like, oh, I want to fight Hopkins. I want to fight Andre Ward maybe. I want to fight Carl Froch. He's talking about everyone but Kovalev. As soon as they mention Kovalev, he's like, well, if the money's right or down the line or Kovalev needs to prove himself, all this kind of stuff that he's coming out with. It's blatant. He's ducking. Let's be real. He's ducking Kovalev right now. That's what he's doing. He's ducking. He's probably fighting Andre Fonfara next. If he gets past that, hopefully, the boxing gods and the stars can line up, in a certain alignment and give us the fight we all want to see, which is Stevenson Kovalev. Like I say, let's do a poll. Who do you think would win that fight? Stevenson or Kovalev? Do you think it's going to happen? How do you see the fight playing out? Drop your comments below. This is Hatman. I'm out.